Hey everybody, Engineered Coffee, welcome back to Mars. Last episode we built this monorail, and before we get going on a track to, well, we still got to find a destination, but before we get building on the track, I want to get some stuff buttoned up here at the base, so we don't leave anything left half finished. Alright, I'd like to thank my newest members, Last Data, Picasot, Babo Das, and Marcus Retaken. If you'd like to join, there should be a button down below, otherwise like, comment, subscribe, and we'll get going. Alright, so one of the first things I want to work on is the Skeeters. I want to get this bay, well, all 4 bays complete. We need to get another Skeeter made here. We need to make sure it's not a prototype but actually a full unit. And then we need to get the other 3 going. So the first thing I want to do though is I want to get rid of this guy here and this pad, and I want to move it out one. So I want to get rid of these. And I know there's a mag plate right there. There we go. And we'll just have it connect over to here. I also want to redo these doors so they're coming down instead of coming up. It'll kind of screw with the aesthetic a little bit. Won't have this nice angle, but these can actually get the wheels caught in them. So when the Skeeters are coming over, if they go fast enough, it's fine. But if they don't, their wheels actually get stuck in between. So need to redo those doors. So I'm going to go ahead and grind this stuff out. We will redo, we'll probably just have it come up right where that rotor is. The piston will just come straight up. I think will be the best route to go. So we're going to get rid of this stuff here, and then we'll extend this pad out and redo those doors. So I'll be back in a little bit when I get this all grinded down. Alright, there we go. Redid the doors here, so they're coming down instead of up, so now we have a smooth platform for the Skeeter to come across. Redid the piston setup here. I don't think I can get to it, though. Yeah, that's probably where a block is. Let's do that one. There we go. We'll reverse this guy up. Tucks in there nicely, and then we got a little bit bigger of a platform for the Skeeter to be on in case the connector gets disconnected. It doesn't tip over, so that'll be good. One problem, though, is when I reverse this guy is no longer going to be facing out far enough. He's got to come out here to the front of the Skeeter. And so we'd either have to put another hinge on there so he can bend backwards, or move it back here. But I kind of want to redo the whole thing. I don't really like the style of it. When he picks him up, it's a little bit wobbly and jiggly, and I don't really like that. So I think we want to go ahead and redo it. But to do that, I want to go ahead and print another Skeeter. So let's go ahead and get this guy reset and print a Skeeter drone off of it. But we'll obviously stop it before the hook can get to it. So let's go ahead in here and find our timer that we need to turn off. Well, looks like I did a poor job labeling this. This got TBD and we never reset it. So let's go ahead and find number 9 here. So it is move drone to pad. We're going to go ahead and just turn that guy off. And that should stop the pickup. Alright, we got the sequence timers off, and the other thing I want to do, I want to bring this pad up to the bottom of the Skeeter drone, where it'll be. It'll be there, then all we have to do is just come across horizontally and place it on. We'll probably lift, push, and then go deck down, but then we don't have to set up a whole bunch of set and moves for our pistons. This guy will just come up to meet it. Yeah, that looks pretty good right there. So that'll be a good spot for that one. Alright, let's go up to the control room and print another drone. Oh, so I did do a sensor here to do this airlock. It lifts the door up, pretty much follows my tutorial. The sensor just, we get beyond the half point, it closes the other door and cycles the airlock so we can get inside. Our little barista butt is still going over there. Well, before we go upstairs, I did do some work over here in the cargo area in our little smart storage. I did put up the pictures. I made a little custom icon for all of the things. I did change the background color to kind of get close to the cargo container as much as I could. Kind of wish I had a little bit of texture in it, but it's just the orange color of the LCD. We could change it to black, but it didn't look right for some reason. It doesn't look terrible, but we can change that color, that's fine. I also put in the ammo, so now it's got autocannon ammo and assault cannon, because I'm thinking we want to make one of the Skeeters have assault cannon. Just haven't got that far yet. But yeah, got some nice pictures on the wall. Alright, I gotta change this back before my OCD kills me. 50 and 25. Okay, all is right with the world. Alright, so we need to trigger this guy, because we're not triggering him anymore, for the reset. Let's go ahead and just trigger now. There we go, it's gonna close the door, flip that guy around, and we're ready to weld again. Okay, now we should be able to push the button, and this guy should start welding up. It's still pretty fun to watch. Okay, there we go. Now it should just stop there because we don't actually have the thing turned on to grab it, which is good. So let's go ahead and go back downstairs. Okay, well I got that torn off over here by the door, so it's not that contraption anymore, and I put a hole up here in the ceiling so we can actually get a hinge hidden a little bit better. I think will be nicer. Yeah, we might as well go orange, kind of match the theme here. Okay, then I'm still hoping we can attach a small head. There we go, like that, and then we should be able to get a landing gear in here. There we go. 25 centimeter grids will be nice. I don't have to do all of this contraptions just to get a little subgrid. Oh, okay. I was thinking I should have maybe done the piston because it wouldn't be flush, but it's perfectly flush. It's just the welded edge that's throwing it off, so good. Alright, these might just be temporary anyway, but this is kind of what I'm thinking. It's not the right piston anyway, though. We need to have the new ones because they're beautiful. Let's do it that way so we can see it, and then start stacking them on the end is what my hope is. There we go. Well, I'm decorating it like it's permanent, but that's alright. Yeah, that should be it, and then all we need to do is get a mag plate here. Do we want to use this large one? I don't think so. Actually, that doesn't look bad. I forgot it still only has a one connection on the top. It's actually not that bad. Alright, we should be able to pick up from the turret. It might, you know, pick up in the middle of the air, just because the way the hitboxes work, but I think that's fine. Let's go ahead and get this guy to come out. Okay, well there's the pickup distance. Alright, we're going to start this one real low, because I don't remember exactly where the pick point is. Is that really the hitbox of that thing? Okay, that is a huge gap. I mean, technically it'll lock on. It says ready to lock, it'll lock, and it'll move that guy over, but man, that is ugly. It is just floating in free space. So I don't really like that. So I think we're going to do a rethink here of how we want to grab it. Okay, I've got an idea for something more complicated, because of course I do, that I think will be cooler. Alright, well, as most things that I build is overcomplicated, we've got this system. I want to go ahead and match kind of what we had on the bridge crane for the containers. We're going to go ahead and use some beam blocks. And then instead of our giant mag plate, we're going to use the tiny ones. Alright, and well, before we get too far, let's go ahead and make sure we can actually get down to that without getting in the way of the turret here. Let's go ahead and turn those on, not on auto lock before we do that, and not for parking. Let's do like a 60-30 just to make things easy on us. We are clearing out of the way of the turret there, but we don't have enough range. Okay, well that's a thing. Okay, I think I figured out what I want to do here. We're going to take this guy out, and he's going to drop in the hole again. Ah, man. Didn't get him in time. Alright, so what we're going to do, we're going to take all this off real quick, because we're going to have to redo it anyway. Gotta stop doing that. Alright, this might look a little odd, but I think it'll make sense when I get the rest of the structure done. But let's go ahead and get our pistons. Yeah, let's have the rods facing that way. Alright, 2 beam blocks on the end here. Let's see if we can get these guys to rotate in first. I want to go negative. Hoping they can tuck in with each other. Oh yeah, should be fine. See, and then we'll go ahead and just reverse him down. See how far down we get. We should get plenty. Oh yes, good. So now we can back him off. Okay, then our mag plates can go on the bottom. Like that. Can I get him in here? Probably not. Oh, I can. That actually looks... That's pretty perfect there, actually. Okay, 1.75 is the number. Now when we reverse this piston, come down here, pick him up by the legs. Boom. There we go. Same thing on the other side. This guy would reverse. There we go. Pick him up and carry him over. I like it. Alright, well that doesn't extend far enough out. We need to come out to here, and then we know that this guy doesn't need to go all the way back. We have that guy at like 1.4 when we retract him to get over top, and so we have, what, 1.5 blocks, I think, to play with? Oh, we have a lot more than that. All right, well, technically we've got enough room for another piston in here, so I think that's what we're going to go ahead and do. So I need to disconnect this in a way so we don't have to lose all the work that we did and get another piston in there. So I think I want to continue on with the frame of what I wanted to do. So let's get some blocks and I'll show you what my plan was there. All right, so I think we'll come down like this. Actually, let's come one more. There we go, because I want to be able to come out one. And then we're going to use beam blocks, and then I'm hoping we can get the trusses in here. Would be cool. Yeah, I think facing that way is going to be the best. Can I get this through here without... Yes, I can. Okay, there we go. That is going to be the block, and we're going to run across it like a rail. And then this just needs to come up to the top, and we should be stable enough, because I've got 2 mag plates on the end of it, so we should be good. What if we did like this? Does that look okay? There we go. I like it. Now we've got a bridge basically to run across, and that should also help it be a little bit more stable. So let's get the other side done. Let's see, we can use the beam block ends here as well. There we go. That looks pretty good. Reverse those guys out, and let's replace this one with the merge block. Okay, there we go. Merge block there, and then we can go ahead and just disconnect that guy, retract it. I need to set that guy back to 0. There we go. And then we can add a head back, and then just get another piston on there. And we should be able to put a merge block right on that head. Flip it over, there we go. Okay, now we should just be able to extend this guy, and we can take the speed down, I guess. Just in case. Beautiful. Okay. Love it. Now we can fully extend out and find where we need to go. Which means we don't need these guys anymore. Okay, I like it. That looks so much better than this over here. Looks more industrial and kind of fits in with the theme a lot better. So that works for me. Okay, so that totally works there, and then we would mag plate it on. And then all we need to do is just carry it forward. This guy could be down and come up as this guy gets dragged across, so then we're not like dragging it across the piston. So this guy can go down. Let's go ahead and give it a minimum distance, though, of 1, just so I can get access to it with build vision until we get it set up. Oh, I know what we're stuck on. I didn't undo this thing, the merge block. There we go. Okay, we turn the merge block off. There we go. Then we extend the piston. That should work. Might need to still, you know, share inertial tensors and stuff on here and change the speed, but that's okay. Okay, that looks pretty good right there. So let's go ahead and get some inertial tensors shared here and see if it kind of helps some of that wobble. Just on some of this. Alright, let's make a group of these pistons here. There we go, and then we can put them on our little toolbar for now. So this guy will extend out, and then as it's getting extended, this guy can go ahead and reverse up to it. There we go. And then we should be aligned with our connector, which I can't really see. There we go. Guess I could have used the square one. I wasn't sure if I was going to have this platform around it first, though, so I could replace that one with the inset connector. Might be the better thing to do. Let's go ahead and... that's going to get rid of everything, though. You know what? And I actually want to put the connector on the front. I'm going to put another little connector here. Just so we can get access to the ammo and stuff and make sure that it's going in, or we can drop off ammo to it. I think it'll be good to just have a little small access port. I do have a sorter down there, so we're not going to be able to go the reverse direction, but at least we can put stuff into the turret, because we can't get to its belly very easily, so that'll be a good port to access for it. Okay, there we go. Much better. That guy will extend up to there, and then we just connect the connector. Let's go ahead and see, can we have this guy scrape across? Will it come in without knocking it over? I guess that's really the question. Yeah, actually it will, so that's not bad. We can have that guy come up at any point, like during the sequence as this guy's coming over, it can come up without worry of hitting it, so that's good. Yeah, that's good. So my plan is here, because it's a platform, we can disconnect the connector as this guy drops down, and then we don't have to worry about the exact level for this guy to drop in. And drive it into the floor, because those wheels will just hit and be good. Alright, I went ahead and put the backstops here. Basically, when this guy comes down, it doesn't try to drive back into these holes and get stuck, because that hasn't happened before. I don't know what you're talking about. Alright, well, since we got this guy up on blocks, we can go ahead and make some modifications to it. The first thing is, I was doing some testing. I don't need this AI task recorder. We're going to go ahead and use the remote control to record the tasks. So instead there, I want to put a broadcast controller. You know what, sure, we'll have it face that way. That's fine. In case we get it up on blocks again, we can pretend that we can access its controls. Okay, and then I'll grab a couple timers, and then I need a couple action relays as well. Let's see, what do we got under here? We got an event controller. I need those. You know, I think I'm just going to take off the sides here. I think that'll be fine. Let's see, we have an AI offensive, which is good. We have our remote control, we have our flight move, and we have our basic task. That's good. So let's go ahead and just add some action relays and some timers. Okay, I want to go ahead and take that control panel off. Let's add a camera to the front. We'll put our control panel on the side. Now I wish we had a little dot light to go on here. That would look kind of nice, because that kind of sticks out a bit. I guess I can go upward like that. Looks less bad. Yeah, I need something almost like that, that's just a tiny little light on it. It would be cool. Yeah, you know, that's not terrible. It does, you know, get the block extended through, so it, you know, clips through, so it's not just floating. Yeah, you know, we'll go with it. I think it needs some lights, at least some... I was thinking about maybe having it indicate with, like, the event controllers or something, but I'm thinking we might just have them strobes, just so we can see them out in the dark and where they are. Yeah, let's just go ahead and raise that guy up and see if we can... Do we need to do anything else to this guy? I don't think so. Let's go ahead and extend this guy back and get him reconnected. There we go. Nice and merged up. Let's see, we need to disconnect our mag plates, pull up our hinges, rotate them in. There we go. It's nice and snug and put away, and we should be able to see through our window pretty good still. Oh yeah, that'll still be good. And we can put our probably a rotating light right there. I don't know why that rotation speed is so aggressive. It's crazy. Why is that the default? Alright, well that one might be a little slow, but that's okay. We'll turn it off for now, but I think that's a good spot for it. Okay, that looks much better on the bay. I am liking that. So this was number 8, I believe, in our sequencing timer. Let's go ahead and find that. The main sequence 8, this is where it merges on the legs. Actually, it's already merged the legs. It attaches them, unmerges, and retracts the pistons. Okay, so main sequence 8 is 55 seconds long because it's waiting for the legs to get welded up and drawn over, and so I don't think we want to do anything with the overhead crane, because it's probably going to get in the way of the welder arms, so we'll just start it here at main sequence 8. So in our actions here, on that toolbar 2, all we need to do is, well, I guess just rotate our hinges down. So I'm actually going to do both of our lift hinges individually here. We're going to do a reverse, and then I can get rid of the group, just so we don't have a ton of groups on our toolbar, and I can hide them. That will be good. Alright, let's see, in main sequence 9, let's go ahead and set up its actions. Yep, all of that is wrong. This is going to be extend, lift, to drone. I'm going to rename that one. Let's go ahead and set up the actions. What we need to do is get those pistons. Let's see, we don't want the extension pistons, we just want the lift ones. We're going to go ahead and extend those. Let's be explicit, why not? And that's all we really need to do. Unfortunately, we're going to have to add another timer into the sequence here, I think. This 10 is going to have to be when we get our mag plates. Again, I'm going to be explicit with these guys just to get rid of the group. I'm going to use each one of them. Let's see, that's rotating the arms out of the way. That's probably a good thing. So we've locked the mag plates. Now we can go ahead and undo our merge. Oh, well, we have 2 of them that are labeled number 1, so I messed up somewhere. Let's go find it. There it is, number 1. Copied settings over, and I never changed the name on that one. There we go. Okay, this one we want our Skeeter bay number 1. We want to turn that one off. That's fine. And then we need to, let's see, we can rotate the body, the arms, that's fine. And then at the same time, we've got lights, that's fine. We can also extend our pistons, so let's find those pistons. We can go ahead and extend each one of these. Okay, so number 8 is where we're going to reverse the hinges, and that's also where it is retracting and putting on the legs, which it already did. So we need to have that guy in that state right now. I guess I could have done it from the control pad that I had over to my side that I forgot about. Okay, so that is the state that it would be in at this moment, at sequence number 8. So let's go ahead and find that again. And make sure it is calling the next timer. It is. So then sequence number 9, I believe, is just off, right? Yes, it's off. Okay, and its actions are to extend the pistons out and then just start the next sequence. I think that's all we need to do. Alright, let's get a trigger here on number 9, and I will give it a time. Okay, that was only like 3.5 seconds. So if we put a 4-second timer in, or delay, in number 10, that would be good. It's trying to trigger it now. Go ahead and stop. Do a 4-second, and its actions are to extend that guy out over to here. Oh, we need to have that other piston extend up as well. What did I name this guy? That is the question. Can I get to it is the other question. Oh, it is the docking piston. I was probably looking at it the whole time. Okay, so it's the docking piston. That's easy enough. Okay, so our docking piston also needs to extend in that process. That's fine. Okay, let's go ahead and turn it on and give it a trigger. There we go. Disconnected that guy out. That guy's going back to a 0 spot. This guy's coming over here. Perfect. Okay. Let's go ahead and reverse this guy back, and let's see what time that took to get it out. Okay, that was 8.5 seconds, so we'll do a 9-second delay to the next timer. And what do I have for next timer? And then we had our timers up here to charge the batteries and dock and do all that stuff. That's probably fine. We need to get rid of these guys, though, because they didn't work anyway. Man, I wish LCD settings copied over. This is actually going to be main sequence 11, I guess. Okay, let's see. Now we have number 11 here, and this is where we're going to connect the drone. So when we do it, we're going to go... I don't think I labeled those connectors. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay, our Skeeter docking one, it needs to connect, or lock. There we go. And then we can unlock our mag plates, and we can take in our pistons. Okay, then our lift pistons, we want to retract those guys in. There we go. The extensions we could also do, I guess. Let's go and put those on page 2. Those guys could reverse. It needed an 8-second, 9-second timer. It was 8.5 seconds for it to get out there, so that's good. Let's make sure it triggers the next one, starts the next one. I think we might need to do that to 10 as well. And then sequence 12, all we need to do there is just retract those hinges in. Okay, so we'll reverse the 2 of those. Let's also flip that rotor around, so let's find that rotor. See, not the rotor, we do want the body spin, and of course they're named all the same, so I don't know which one I need. Well, that's unfortunate. That's what happens when you make a blueprint. No, we have 2 body tilts as well. I need to go figure that one out. That's okay, we just need this one to go reverse. See, we got our robot arms going back to the 0 position. They're already there, that's good. I'll have to probably mess with our progress bar lights up the top. I gotta retrain myself on what I did there. Let's see, 11 has its 9-second timer, that's fine. 12 just needs the same delay that we had to go up, and I think that was 6 seconds, so we'll go ahead and put that guy in. Alright, I want to get that guy relocked up, and I want to undo our mag plates and lift our pistons back up. And this will be where we left off with sequence number 8, I believe, or sequence 9. Alright, let's do a trigger now here on number 9 and make sure it goes all the way through sequence 12, and we should be good. There we go, locks on, unmerges, carries it over to here. I did not extend that guy down, but he should come up. Okay, that guy gets retracted back down and it pulls in. That's good. And it didn't conflict, so that's really good. Is this guy connected, though? That's really the question. Looks like this guy did not get connected. Why is that? Why did that guy not want to connect to this guy? Is he off? No, he's on. And you're on. Is it an issue with the new one on the new one? Is that going to be a problem? Because that guy should have had plenty of room to connect there. All right, let's give sequence 9 a shot here, all the way to sequence 12. So we should do a trigger now. There we go, grabs it on, carries it over. It did slow that guy down, so hopefully it kind of meets up pretty close. Yeah, that's not bad. I like it. Okay, and then it connects, it takes off, retracts it back in, and then we should see those guys start to fold in. There we go. That guy gets flipped around, and we are ready to manufacture another drone. Wonderful. Okay, that looks so much better than over here. I like it a lot more, and it is more stable, so that's good. Let's go ahead and get these lights dialed in. Alright, well, we got the start of life for the Skeeter, now we need to think about end of life before we get this guy totally programmed and blueprinted. So over here we had our dock. I was going to have this as like a dock station for all 4 of the Skeeters, and then they would be able to patrol and return and do all that stuff. But we don't really get attacked over here at this base. Only when I bring stuff back. We don't really get any drones or anything showing up, so I'm not too worried about a patrol route. So what I think I'm going to do is these guys are just going to come out when we call them. So we'll have like a follow me task that they'll come and follow us. Otherwise, when they're done, like they're out of ammo or out of battery, I want to turn this into a grinder pit. And they drop themselves off, get ground down, and then we get the excuse to run the factory again. Okay, so off camera I did some work. I built a tunnel over here and it is now connected up to the main base to get power. That's good. We'll run a conveyor line over there eventually, but that takes a long time to weld up. I'm thinking I might use the old school hangar doors on this. I think that would look pretty good. So yeah, we'll do one there, one there. Let's get this block in here. Now we can disconnect. And we can get this block, right? Is that guy still connected? He might not be. Let's go ahead and just reconnect just to be safe. Yeah, there we go. I'll grind out more at some point and we'll put the other doors on the other side. But here... you know, I think I'm going to use the mod ramps that I have. Let's see, we want the light armor ones. 3x3 or 4x4. 3x3 I think would be fine. So what I want to do, I think it'll work. Let's go ahead and B so it tags in there. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4 wide.
Energy critical.
I know. I'll have to bring the lobster over here. Oh man, did I fill the lobster with a lot of stuff. He is heavy. Okay, there we go. We're down. We can get rid of these. I'm just going to have it a 2-sided entrance instead of all 4. Okay, there we go. I'll get the rest of this welded up with the lobster, but I know I could just drop this guy down in here and have it slope in, but trying to get the voxels to work properly is such a pain in the butt, so we're just going to go ahead and have this little hump that it's going to come up and then go right back down. I think that's fine. Am I even connected still? No. Okay, oops, I am actually not I'm not connected anymore because those doors are not connecting to that. Okay, I think we're merged correctly now. And now I have no steel plate on me. Oh my gosh. It's too early in the morning apparently. Okay, now we should be connected to the grid. I guess we can test that by putting a light or something on here. Okay, we got power. We're definitely gonna have to come up with something on the side here because we've definitely messed with the voxels. That's okay. Let me go back to here. Actually, I should be able to hop in the Clankskavator and it should be connected up to the base to be able to get some hydrogen. There we go. Oh, it is nice having the welding ship to be able to do these because these take a lot of blocks. I think I want to redo this though. Let's see, it's connected across the bottom, so we're good there. We can get these ones out. There we go, that looks better. Kind of hides the mechanics of, or shows the mechanics of it. So that looks good. This will definitely have to clean up. I think we might put a building or something around it anyway though. Alright, there we go. Now we need to get those hangars on a group and open them up. Okay, I'm not going to do both. I'm just trying to debate between here. I think I like the caution better. Let's go ahead and just repaint these back to this. And we'll put caution up at the top. Okay, and then the Skeeter is pretty much only like 1 block tall, but I guess let's come down a couple. And we'll do the same here with those blocks like that. We should dig out more of those. That looks better. We'll have to come up there with our conveyor eventually. Alright, there we go. We got a nice pit. Let's go ahead and get our grinders in. We'll also need to worry about the conveyoring, so let's do that as well. Alright, let's switch these to battered armor. The grinders will be the same. Let's see, we'll just have a row of them like this. And then I guess this will just have to be 90s and junctions right here.
Fuel low.
Uh-oh. I'm stuck in the pit now. Okay, I think we can get out. No, we can't because we've got those doors and I can't connect anything to them. Crap. I think we're gonna have to grind up this guy to be able to get out. Oh man, I gotta grind that one out too. Okay. There we go. Let me out. Go get some hydrogen. Okay. We're good. We got full hydrogen now. And now we can work on the conveyoring. Alright, then we can put a door there, and then on the top here we can put some catwalk. There we go. Then we don't have to worry about falling into the pit again. Maybe we'll put another door right here. We're gonna have some type of building over here that has a stairwell up to there. And we can have a little pit access. That might be fun. Alright, well let's see how good we can do with our lobster in this little tight space. Well, never mind. I had hope that it would fit in, but it's just wide enough. Okay, well, scrap that plan. Guess we're doing it by hand. Alright, there we go. There is our working pit all welded up. Hopefully it works with the grating here on the floor and gets ground down properly. I guess we'll find out soon enough. Add a little bit of detail with the lighting and the grating and the doors and stuff, so we'll probably put a building over here, just like a little maintenance shed or something that we can get down into here. That'll just get access to the conveyor network. Maybe I'll tunnel it over to the other underground system. That would probably be a good idea. But for now, let's go over and program the Skeeters. So let's go ahead and close this door, because I don't want to start grinding it down yet. I just want to test it to get it to the pit, so it just needs to land on top of the door, really. Alright, for now let's go ahead and disconnect this connector here, unlock it, just so I can at least just see everything that's on this grid would be handy. Alright, well I was just looking into the conveyoring system and I want to reduce something on the bottom here, so let's go ahead and get this guy. Actually, that's probably a good height. We can probably just jump up on top of that. There we go. I want to get rid of the connector here and the cargo container here. And I'm going to put in a sorter instead. Okay, there we go. We're going to put a sorter underneath here to make sure it draws ammo. And then let's get our connector. Okay, I got our 2 action relays here named. We've got our disposal, and then we've got our follow me. And then our timer block, I also want this guy to be disposal. And then I'm not sure exactly what the other timer block is for, but we just did it for symmetry. We may end up using it for maybe the broadcast controller or something, I don't know. Alright, and then for the AI basic task, we're just going to set it to follow the player, and then we'll do a follow distance of, 50 works. And then in our action relay for follow me, let's pick a number. Let's go in the 50s. So this will be 50, and then the next one will be 51. And then for the other drones, we'll do 52. Etc. I probably need to make a panel for that, though. I don't really know where else to put it, so we're going to put this angled LCD here in our control room, and we'll start writing down all of our action relay channels. I need to go through the rest of the base and figure out what else I have. Alright, there we go. Now we've got a list of our currently used action relay channels, so I don't mix them up. Hopefully, if I remember to come back here and look at this. I don't really know why I picked the numbers that I did, but we got our warehouse doors and stuff at 90, so that's probably a good thing. And then our tardigrades that we started with were at 10 and 11 there, so we'll use channel 50. That's probably fine there in the middle for the Skeeters. So there we go. We got a list, and now we can use this to not mix our signals. All right, there we go. Side quest. We got our little tracker there. So now we have our setup actions here for follow me. That all we need to do is the task. Actually, when we do the follow me button, we want to do a lot of things to this system because it'll be hooked up when we follow. All right, I'm actually going to put another action relay on the base here on this pad. We'll put it there. Let's put our block back here. Okay, we got another one here in the floor action relay, and we also want to program this guy to channel 50. Okay, well this guy is docked up the follow me here on the Skeeter will be off, and this one here on the pad will be on. And so when it's on here in the pad, we need to set up a lot more actions. One, the door will open. So we probably need to have a set of timers. Do we have more timers down here that we didn't use? I believe we did. I think we only got to 12. Okay, I went ahead and named those other 4 timers for the exit sequence, so now let's go back into that action relay. Alright, so for setup actions, we could do quite a bit here in the first section. So we want to open up those hangar doors. We're going to do our parts hangar door. Let's go ahead and open those. And then on the Skeeter itself, so we should probably connect the Skeeter to make sure we can grab all of its stuff. Alright, and then we want to make sure we turn certain things on. So the turret needs to get turned on if it's not already on. Alright, let's make sure our AI flight move is also on, and its AI behavior is on. Alright, and then we want to make sure our batteries are set to reach, or to auto. So let's go ahead and enable auto. Is there any other blocks on that thing that we need to worry about? I don't believe so, but let's go ahead and take a look. Alright, I was thinking about it, and I don't think we need any of these exit timers. I think we can go ahead and use the Skeeter itself. We'll have a follow timer, and we'll have a delay in here for however long it takes to open those doors. Let's go ahead and time that real quick. Yeah, so it takes about 10 or 11 seconds, so that's probably fine. Let's go ahead and do that timer. Okay, and all this guy's going to do is it's going to use that AI basic task. Going to make sure it's on. It's going to go ahead and say follow me. Okay, and that should do that. And then what we can do here in our action relays, so we have our Skeeter ones, so our action relay here in the bay, what it needs to do after it's done with all of this, it's going to find that Skeeter timer. Let's see, we want the follow timer, because goodness. Okay, at the very end of this, all we want to do is hit start. Let's also turn on those lights. I forgot about those. We have the strobes that we need to turn on. There we go. That'll work. And then I don't think we need to do anything with the camera. We don't need to do anything with that. Okay, so our action relay here is turning on all of the things and making sure it's ready to go. And then it starts the timer here that will actually give the follow command. It also needs to retract. Okay, so after our antenna, we also need to make sure our action relay to follow on the drone is turned back on. So not the bay, we want the actual drone one. We're going to go ahead and turn that guy on. Then we're going to find our timer for follow. And we're going to start it. And then we're going to go ahead and find our connector for our dock. And we're going to unlock and retract our piston. There we go, our docking piston will get retracted. And then that should do it, and then that guy should hover around until this timer gives up, and then it'll actually give the follow command. So then we're back here in the action relay. We have the same channel, it would get turned back on, and then when we send the signal, we'd have a setup action here, and it would just trigger that follow timer, and not have to wait the 11 seconds. We'll just do this, and do a trigger now. That way if it ever stops following us or gets, we turn it off manually or something, we can get it to follow us again. I don't know that we need a stop following us command or not. I'm not sure yet. We'll figure that part out, but that was all I wanted to do, was get it out of the bay and follow us, and then we can dispose of it. Now I wish you could send action relay commands from your suit. That'd be kind of nice to be able to just have like a suit selection here that we could send an action relay signal. That would be kind of nice. And then I could have this guy follow me or go home, or certain tasks that you could have in your toolbar would be kind of cool. Alright, well I think we're at a point we can give this guy a test to come follow us, so let's go ahead and close the door. And let's go over here to our snub fighter. That should be fine. Alright, one little thing I just noticed I neglected. The hangar doors need to close, so I've just got an auto close here, so if the doors get opened, it starts a 30-second timer, and then we'll just automatically close the doors. So that should be plenty of time for the Skeeter to get out of there, and follow us, and then the doors can come close afterward. So let's go ahead and use our spectator, I think would be the way to do this. Make sure it's actually going to tick and do certain things. Okay, there we go. Cool. Doors closed. Now we can go ahead and trigger our number 4 here. Okay, so it's already trying to come after us. Why is that? Right, let's get this guy driven back up in here and see if we can play around with what he's doing. There we go. Spin around. Get back before the door smashes us. Okay, so the batteries are on auto right now and they're not on the recharge, so it's not quite doing everything, but it should be close enough that we can test this guy again. I want to know why it's trying to follow us immediately rather than on that set timer. Alright, I did do a start timer here, so I don't know why it's not wanting to... Maybe it's this guy needs to be... Well, he's off right now, and it turns him on, but do I want him to turn on, or do I have it on the timer? Yeah, let's do that. Let's go ahead and remove this guy from here, and inside the follow timer, because it's going to get triggered anyway, inside the follow timer, we'll do a setup action, and we're going to turn that action relay on. And then it'll, every time we trigger it, it's just going to turn itself on, which is fine. Okay, moment of truth. We'll hit number 4. There we go. Everything's on. It's just hovering there. Of course, I picked the wrong timer. The one over here is the one that's blinking. So that's fun. There we go. Doors opened all the way. Now it's trying to follow us. There it goes. And then these doors should close here in another 20 seconds. Okay, now we have a Skeeter that is following us, so that's good. So we've got that part done. And now we need to think of the disposal side. Alright, well hopefully Skeeter doesn't try to kill himself as we redock up here to the base. He should be enough meters away. Oh, barely. Still following us, which is good. So I want to create some GPS markers now. I'm going to go ahead and just make something that's way out here in the boonies. So hopefully, like when we're out and about, I mean, if we're directly across the base here, he's going to run into it as he's coming over. But hopefully, it'd be really nice if we could like set up an either or. Like if you're this close, then go here. But if not, go over there. That would be nice. But let's go ahead and just make a GPS right here. Okay, and then we're going to go in closer to the base, or closer to the trash chute, I guess. Come on right here, so we're completely straight on to it. Do another GPS there. And then I want one right here. So he's kind of on the pad. Not quite in the door yet. We'll do another one right there. So now, if we go back to him... We go to our, can we stand up on top of you, sir? Okay, sir. Stop following me for a minute. Okay, so then here in the action relay for the disposal, we need to set up its actions. It's at channel 51 already. It's going to go ahead and get rid of its basic task. It's going to go ahead and stop follow. And it will do a AI behavior off. I don't know if we need to do the remote control flight move off or not. I think it's probably fine. Remote control, I've noticed it's lost its on and off state. I can't turn on and off a remote control anymore. It's like gone from here, and then even when I go into the remote control, there is no on-off feature anymore. Is that a thing? Like, is that always the deal? Because I'm not even remoted into it. I'm just in the control panel, so I don't know what happened to remote controls. That we can't turn them on or off anymore. So that's kind of weird. Well, just in case on the flight move, let's go ahead and turn off the AI behavior, and we'll turn the block off as well. I don't think it has an effect, but that's alright. We should probably override the AI combat as well, because if it's out of ammo and it's trying to target something, we should probably just be done with that. Okay, so the action relay, it's going to turn off all the AI blocks and then turn the autopilot on, and then in the remote control itself, I have it set up to Autopilot's off right now, obviously. But we've got the camera, we've got one-way mode, and it's going to go forward at a speed limit of 50, and then it's going to go through all of these GPS locations that we just created. So it'll go 1, 2, and then 3. And then on the third one here, I want to set up the actions. I want to turn off the gyro. And I want to turn off the thrusters as well. Okay, so that should work now. So now if we get into our remote control and we turn on our autopilot on, there we go. It's going to go to position 1 over here, which may be a little bit further away than it needs to be, but like I said, I want to give myself some options when we're out and about to clear the base. Okay, and now we zoom over here to waypoint 2, which gets us squared up to the trash chute, or the pit, or whatever we're going to call it. Okay, there we go, and then he comes on up here, and he should get to his location, and then turn himself off. There we go, and he just slides on down. Perfect. And now he is just ready to be ground. Yeah, let's go ahead and take a blueprint of this guy. Let's see, first off, does it clear? It does. It clears the waypoints out of here because I had it on one way. I guess if I did patrol or circle, it might have kept them. It's kind of annoying. Alright, there we go. Snub Fighter can take him out of the pit there. Let's get him. His engines aren't on, so that's not helpful. Okay, now he's got his commands back into the remote control. Now we need to get it set up for welding. So we need to turn all of our thrusters and stuff off. So our antenna would be off because it gets turned on later. Let's turn that guy down too. Let's get it to like 500. That's probably fine. We need to come up with a name for him eventually. We need to rename this guy. Let's go Skeeter 01. One more thing we need to do is we need to get our event controllers in here. So cargo filled, we're going to use the turret itself. Add the blocks. We're going to use a threshold of, I don't know, 10%, probably fine, right? If it's equal to or less than. And what we want to do is we want to do the disposal. So we just want to go ahead and do a trigger now on the disposal. Actually, let's go ahead and do a start on the disposal. That way it gives that 10-second delay, and maybe it can clear out the rest of its ammo before it goes. Battery as well, we'll do 5%. There we go. Stored power, we're going to go ahead and do 5%, and it should hopefully keep all of these guys together. I mean, I guess if not, and it just does the top, they should be all draining at the same rate. Let's go ahead and add all those, put an AND gate in there. Of course, they're not at the same rate right now, so that's fun. Equal to or less than 5%. The action we want to do is, again, we're going to go dispose of him. Well, I just realized we messed up here. I put all of this action inside of the action relay, but I don't actually want to do that. I want to do the timer for disposal is what I want to do. I want to do a trigger now on that one. And all of these need to get removed out of here and put into the timer. I wonder if he's going to find a settling point, or if we're just going to start hovering around the world. I guess for now I could probably increase the wheel traction, right? Okay, while we're hoverboarding around, we're just going to increase the wheel traction up here because I'm tired of sliding. Okay, so let's go ahead and set up our disposal timer. Okay, I think that is everything we need for a final version of this Skeeter. Let me take these wheel frictions back down, and then we'll start taking a blueprint of this guy and reprint him. Alright, there we go. We got our Skeeter guy powered up. I think I got the blueprint of him done. Now we can go ahead and try to dispose of this guy. So let's go ahead and have him follow us. That should work. Okay, yep, I turned the antenna off, so now if we hit number 4, it'll start blinking and following us. That's good. Now let's get another action relay on here of a set channel 51. Let's see, so that is the action relay 1 and then 2. So let's go in here. I want to go ahead and, while we're here, this is going to be our send, and this is going to be our receive. Because I feel like I want to have a docking one. We'll do it in the receive here. We'll have a signal that we can send to it to have it to go auto dock itself. Would be kind of nice. Alright, now we should be able to hit number 5 here. There we go, and he's going to go off to our prescribed waypoint number 1. It's a little redundant in this point, but that's fine. If we're in a different location, hopefully that'll make more sense. I could turn collision avoidance on, but man, it's a pain sometimes. It does not want to work. Especially with these ground-based units, they tend to lose their mind. Okay, and then he's going to come over here. He should get to waypoint 3 and then turn himself off. So then he just slides right into the pit. There we go. Bye! We should probably close that door now, because there's probably going to be parts that are going to just be flying all over the place. Let's go take a look. How's he doing? Yeah, he's getting torn apart. Yep, there goes those parts flying around. Let's go ahead and close that door. That's pretty awesome. Okay, well we'll collect the little bit of debris here. That sounds terrible in there. Well, I got most of it. I guess that's going to be a problem there too, is it might not get all the small blocks, but if I take off the grating, then it's all going to get just stuck and jammed in between it, so we might just have to come down every once in a while and manually clean it up. Might be the best option, not really sure. Why am I walking? Well, what are you doing, man? Okay, that'll work. And then we can put some sensors and timers and other things on here that when this Skeeter gets to this point, it'll open the doors and let him in, and then close the doors, and then turn on the grinders, those type of things. We can get those timers worked out eventually. So, yeah, that worked. That was pretty cool. Let's go ahead and go back and make another one. Alright, I've been doing a ton of work off camera. I got 3 more Skeeters built, so now the bays are all full. I got the overhead crane structure done, so now I'm ready to show it off. So I did do a color scheme for our Skeeters. So here is Leo. He's our original guy. We've got Donnie here. We come down, we've got Mikey. And at the very end here we have Raph, and he has the assault cannon on it instead of the autocannon. So we'll see how he does with the recoil of that, but yeah, we've got our Teenage Mutant Ninja Skeeters, I guess. So I still got a lot of work to do to get them set up on the projectors and get them all welded. I actually just welded them all from Station 1 over there and then repainted them and got blueprints done. So a lot of work to do on the factory setup, but it's pretty redundant and we can do all of that off camera. Okay, and then I redid the action relays for our follow here. We still have the 2, the one in the Skeeter bay and one on the Skeeter itself, so they're both still set to channel 50, but the one here in the base is a lot more simple. So we go here to set up actions. I just have it opening the door, disconnecting the connector, retracting the piston, and then turning the manufacturing sequencing back on so we can weld another drone. And then it just turns itself off. And that's all it needs to do. It just needs to open the door and get out of the way. And then back here in the action relay for the Skeeter, this is where we have all the actions set up. Because I was running into issues that it was not turning itself on and off after it got a new blueprint welded because it lost the block. It's looking for the other block. So I could have named them as groups and still worked it out, but having it on the blueprint itself works a lot better. So it starts the follow timer, turns on the batteries, turns on the thrusters, the antenna, the gyro, and then it's ready to go. And then the timer follow itself has the AI actions to come and follow us. So I've got a lot of the other AI blocks on automatically, so it's just these basic tasks that'll come follow us and turn on the lights, and that seems to work a lot better. It does take 11 seconds to follow us, so if we're out in the field and we say follow us, we still have to wait 11 seconds, but it makes it a lot more reproducible with the blueprints when it's printing here, so that worked a lot better. So I still got to set up the other 3, but that's going to take a lot of work, and we'll probably do that off camera. So I think for the rest of the episode, let's go take these guys out on a field test and go see if we can destroy some Assert bases. Alright, there we go. Raph is ready. Let's go ahead and get Mikey ready here as well. Dock 3 will just unlock there, and then we'll turn on all of its stuff. Alright, retract the piston, and I just realized that Raphael over here, I don't think Roth's gyro is on. We need to turn that on. There we go. All right, there we go. We got Leo following us. Let's go ahead and see if we can get Donnie to come follow us as well. We're just going to do it from within the basic task. That seems to be fine. Come on, Donnie. There we go. I do want to get into Donnie's thing here, and I think his offensive combat is off.
Energy.
There we go. Okay, now Mikey's turn here. Go follow me and let's go. Come on out the door. I might have to get further away for him, I think. The other two are following me. What's your problem here, sir? Your thrusters not on? Your thrusters aren't on. You're just spinning. There he comes. Alright. Now let's get our other friend. Oh, I should make sure all of our merge blocks are off because they don't look like they're off. Merge blocks off there. Okay, because I have had them in testing where they clamp to each other, and it is not a good day. Before we take off with him, did I get ammo inside of him? I did. Good. Okay. The AI behavior is all on. That's all good. Now we just want to say follow me. And come on out. Come out with your brothers. Come on. There he goes. Okay. Good. Good. Look at all of them. I've got them set at different following distances. Leo's at 25, he's at 50. I think that one's at 100. And then Raphael's at like 150 or something like that. Just to give us some distance. I want to get into our snub fighter. I think we'll be good. Alright, we got all four of them following us. I love it. Let's go ahead and find a target here. We got a research base over there, or we have a observer over there. The prospecting station is neutral, so that doesn't really help us. I think we'll go to the research base. The observer is pretty small. So let's go over here. Okay, getting a little hitching. I think I gotta wait for that signal there to load in. I wish you could turn off certain HUD items. Like, there's certain ones that I want to show and others that I don't. Because, like, I have a beacon on here because I need a beacon for AI stuff, but I don't really want to see it all the time. And, like, my antenna would be nice. Or, like, a min-max distance. Like, I don't have to see it because it's close. Or, you know, like that over there at the base is ridiculous, the amount of antennas and beacons and stuff we have over there. So it would be really nice to be able to have them on, but not visible on the HUD. I have to get some shots here. They're all in the dust, but that's pretty cool. Love it. There we go. Let's get a screenshot of that. Well, our peanut mine is still doing okay. We haven't really gotten any use out of it recently because we've got so much salvage that we haven't needed it, but still chugging along, I guess. Oh, and I do have Raph just set up to attack buildings, so or large grids, really. So if we get any large grid stuff, he should be attacking. Otherwise, the other three should help us from drones, so that will be good. Alright, well, let's see what damage we can do. I think we might just do some flybys so we can actually get our drones to fire with us. I think it'd be kind of cool. I don't really see any weapons except for interior turrets, so that's not too bad. Alright, let's do a flyby so we can get our drones to come with us. I think it'd be cool. There we go, look at them all firing. Love it. They're gonna do so much damage to that thing. Okay, well they're only targeting weapons, so they should stop after a bit if everything is disabled, I'm hoping. Well, it didn't spawn any, okay. Donnie, you're going a little nuts there. Did he just break himself? He did. Okay, well that's a thing. That's what happens when you don't have collision avoidance on, I guess. But otherwise, that worked out. We had a base just spawn right there. Okay, a research base. That's fine. Well, I was hoping to have some drones spawn so we could actually fight them off, but it worked out. Alright, there we go. I think we got Donnie repaired for the most part. Maybe his leg's broken. Oh, his camera's off. What else do we got? What else you got going on here, buddy? Okay, dude. He's just gonna keep breaking himself. Maybe I do need to turn collision avoidance on. There's the gyro. Okay, well, we need to go find some parts over here. Are your thrusters still on, man? Okay. Well, not much salvage out of this base, really. I think we pretty much destroyed everything. I don't see a cargo container or anything of value. So we'll probably just mark this on the GPS and get the lobster out here to grind him down. Otherwise, I think we're good. Maybe we'll go over to the research base over there and cause some more havoc. Alright, I scavenged enough. We got Donnie working again. Yeah, we're not going to go attack that buzzard. But we will go over here to this research base. Let's go have some more fun. Alright, so everybody's following us again. That's good. Their AI offensive is just going after weapons, and so once the weapons are gone, they go back to following us, which is good. So let's go ahead and crest up over this hill and see what this next base looks like. Oh, it's another one of these smaller ones. I was hoping for the bigger base, but we only seem to get in these little small guys. Okay, we still got all 4 of them. Let's go ahead and head over to this base, and we'll kind of do a strafing run. Unless we get some drones, then maybe we'll fight at a distance, but we'll see how it goes. Oh, and we got a vanilla spawn, so that's kind of nice. Oh, here we go. We're getting a good attack. I probably shouldn't have come in straight, because they might be attacking directly. Oh yeah, they just run right into it. A little kamikaze. That's okay. Oops. Well, they took it out, I guess, so we got that going for us. But they are definitely sacrificial drones, which I'm kind of okay with. I kind of like that. Alright, well that was an efficient takedown of this outpost. Let's go ahead and survey the damage here. Mikey is down for the count. He's missing a head and some legs and smoking all over. Leo actually looks pretty good. He's got a little bit of smoke on the outside. That might be the decoy, which is kind of what you want. He's still got batteries and thrusters, so he can follow. Donnie looks pretty good as well. Just a little smoke on one of his legs. Raphael is missing a head for some reason. Which is kind of weird. He's the one that's at a distance, so don't know what happened there. I'll have to review the footage, I guess. Yeah, well, that worked out pretty good. We could take all 3 of those guys back and get them disposed of, and I guess we can just carry Mikey and drop him into the pit manually? I don't know. Well, can you not run into each other, guys? Okay. Alright, well, that was pretty successful test run there. We got 2 bases taken out in pretty much no time at all, so I'm loving it. I'm going to go ahead and call it an episode here, and I will work off screen on getting the factory set up to print all 4 of these consistently.